Hey scholars and families, it's Miss Marnon. This video is for pods A, C, and D for the week of November 16th to November 20th. So I'm going to jump right into modules where all of our work is held. So our objective this week is to calculate unit rate and see if a table is proportional. So we're going to start with Monday. So every day still has this daily overview where your student can watch it and get directions for what we're doing in class. Our objective, calculate and compare unit rates, and we're going to be working in Unit 3, page 1 in our class notebook. So I'm going to hit next, and it's going to take us to the directions for this Unit 3, page 1. So there's a whole video going through the entire lesson right here, and then when students are done, it gives them the direction to mark is done. So I'm going to show you how to access our class notebook. So you can click right here. I'm just going to open it in a new tab so I don't lose my place in modules. There's a purple sign in button and then this blue open in OneNote online. And then they're in the class notebook. So your student will have their own folder here that they can click, and then Unit 3, page 1. If they needed to look at the copy of the class notes, they would go to Content Library, Unit 3, page 1. So there's going to be a blank one. And then there's also going to be a copy of the notes. So this is actually the exact copy that was in that video in Canvas. So that's right here. Your student, when they're done, they click mark as done. So if they're just showing you all these green check marks and saying they got their work done, this is just a button they can click and unclick. If you want to make sure that the work is actually done, you're going to have to look in their class notebook and see that it looks, but in their own reading. So that's going to be name Unit 3, page 1. When they're done with that, it's just go back to modules and pick a standard quiz to work on. So if we click back to modules, at the bottom are all of the different standard quizzes of standards we've been working on or are working on. So they can pick one of these old ones that we've done previously, or this unit rate lesson is actually 7RP1. So if they want to work on 7RP1, I would recommend doing that one. So for Tuesday, again, there's the daily overview video. It's going to be Unit 3, page 2. In our class notebook. So if I hit next, here's the video that goes along with the lesson. So they would have to open up class notebook again, click their name, Unit 3, page 2. It's going to look something like this. So they're going to write in the notebook, they're going to do all the work. The practice and the exit ticket are the part that we're going to go in for like a big grade. So again, there's this video right here. If they get stuck, to help them, they can click mark as done so that they know it's done, and this is just to keep them organized and on track. But again, if you want to check that the work is done, you're going to want to open up their class notebook and check that they got all the way through this practice and this exit ticket. So it says when they're done to go back to Clever and work on Imagine Math. So that's what we're using to work at lessons on our level. So if there's a gap that we have from the spring we need to fill, or if we're kind of working ahead, Imagine Math is going to give us a lesson that's at your student's level. So it's important we're working on that at least once every week. So I'm going to go back to modules so we can take a look at Wednesday. So Wednesday, there's 2 assignments, but your student's only going to be given 1. So they're going to have to work on the NS1 or the NS2 standards. And then again, we're going to work on Imagine Math a little bit more. So if I hit next, this is just going to go through both of the assignments. So if your student needs work with adding and subtracting rational numbers, I'm going to assign them this one. NS1 is going to show up in their modules. They can click these to be taken to each of these standard quizzes, or they can even open up this and it will take them right to the module that has all of the standard quizzes that we've done so far. Then they're going to, once they do all 4, they're going to answer these reflection questions. So which standard was easiest for you? Why? And which standard you still need to work on. So just 2 questions. In order to submit this assignment, they need to hit this orange submit assignment button. They can upload a file. So if they typed it in a Word document, they can upload it. If they want a text entry right here on Canvas, they can highlight these, copy them, and then paste them here, and then answer. If they would like to record themselves speaking or a video, they can answer the questions by recording themselves speaking or do a video. Or if they did like a Word document in their Office 365, they can log in and upload it from there. So there's 4 different options on how to do these questions. I think the text entry is going to be the easiest for a lot of us, or maybe even the video so that you don't have to type. You can just record yourself speaking. When they're all done, they're going to hit submit assignment, and then they're done. So this is what the one for NS1 looks like. So your student's going to get that, or they're going to get one that's for NS2. So this is going to be multiplying and dividing rational numbers. Again, these are all linked right here, so they can get them easily, or they can even go to the module that has all of the standard quizzes right there. Same thing, once they're done, they have 2 reflection questions to answer, and they're going to hit that submit assignment, and they have those same 4 options on how to do it. So that's it for Wednesday. Let's go back into our modules and look for Thursday. So Thursday, we're really going to start working with proportional tables and 7 RP2A, so this specific standard. So here's the daily overview video. It's going to be in class notebook, and then there's an independent practice right here in Canvas. So if I hit next, it's going to take us to the direction page. So here's the lesson video. It's in class notebook for students to follow along, Unit 3, page 3. So since I already have that open, Unit 3, page 3 looks something like this. Your student's going to have to work all the way through the exit ticket. So they can click mark as done, but if you're checking over their work, make sure they're showing you their Unit 3, page 3, and that everything through the exit ticket is completed. When they're done, they can click next. And this is the independent practice 12. So this one is just going to be practicing unit rate. They hit take the quiz to begin. It's going to be 5 math questions plus the first extra credit question. And it should be pretty easy. Unit rate, I think, was easy for most students. When they're done with this, they're done for Thursday. There is a calculator. They can use the calculator if they need any help. Going back into modules for Friday. We're going to do some more practice with proportional tables and determining the constant of proportionality, which is standard 7 RP2B. So again, we have class notebook, and then we have an independent practice in Canvas. So I'm going to hit next. Here's the directions to go to the class notebook page and the lesson video. So this is Unit 3, page 4. So Unit 3, page 4. Make sure students worked all through the exit ticket. It looks like a lot, but actually a lot of it is giving sentence stems. So like they're checking off yes or no. So it might look like a lot of words, but it's not as much work as it looks like, I promise. And there is that video that goes along with it to help them. When they are done, they can click this mark as done button, and it says click next to go to independent practice 13. Independent practice 13 is all questions about proportional tables. So it's going to be, is the table proportional, yes or no? Can you fill out the table, and can you determine the constant of proportionality? So there's going to be 7 questions total, but there's 8 points. So it's because those 2 questions about completing the tables are each worth 2 points. Normally each question's worth 1 point, but they got 2 blanks, so they're made 2 points each. They can hit take the quiz to begin, and again, they can always use the calculator. Some helpful tips. This is the button to type a fraction, and the subtraction button is actually the same as the minus button on this calculator. When they're done with independent practice 13, they're done for the week. So they should have pages 1 through 4 done in their class notebook, and they should have green checks all the way down. If they want any extra work, I have all of the standard quizzes we've been working on here below, and then even a page explaining more about Imagine Math.